think this angle is okay. Okay. Hey guys, it's me, Cindy. I'm back for another review, and thank you for coming back. So, anyway, lefting off from this review, before I start this review, don't forget to click on my previous 2 videos that I've uploaded recently. They're still new, so go check it out, and the iCard up there. So anyway, this is season 6, episode 8, I think. It's called Berserk, I think. Berserk. Anyway, lefting off from the last episode, you see that Corey got raised by Mr. Douglas, aka a powerful old alpha, I think. And now I know that why, before he started eating the placenta of everyone's brain, you can tell that his eyes is like pure red, just like Scott. So I guess that he's like a 70-year-old old werewolf. And in the beginning, you see that how interesting, like mostly people who got raised by ghost hunters, their loved ones and their friends forget about them, like who they are, like they never exist. But lefting off from the last episode, you see Styles' dad finally remembered who Styles is. It's kind of sad, like now you know that Claudia, aka Styles' mom, wasn't really like alive anymore. Because if you guys been watching Teen Wolf for like the very beginning, you know that Styles' mom passed away with like sickness. And so like it was like really sad, like emotional, like how Lydia cared for Styles. And how like everyone, Scott, Liam, Mason, Hayden, everyone, even Argent, tried to figure out why ghost hunters are doing this. And from letting off from the last episode, now we know Mr. Douglas' real identity. So sacrificed by that, of course, typical Theo knows the true information about Mr. Douglas, who he really is. And it turns out the sacrifice, of course, that Theo told Liam to break Kira's sword. The sword that can, like, put Theo back into the ground. So after they broke the sword, Theo said that Mr. Douglas is actually a Lufanov, I think. That's how they say it, I'm not sure. But it really means that he's like half werewolf and half a lion. And I was like, oh my gosh. So Mr. Douglas actually is a 70-year-old werewolf from the 1940s, when the Nazi was still around. And that's how, from the last episode, when Mr. Douglas was like face to face with the ghost hunter, it says, long time no see. So which means that Mr. Douglas knew who ghost riders are from like, for a long ass time. Because if you see the flashback, that he knows how to like get rid of them, why they there. And the rift was there, like, from a very long time. And Mr. Douglas spent all these years trying to figure out how to create a supernatural army. But everybody knows that Mr. Douglas doesn't really want an army. The army is really just himself, like, that's it. Like, he wants all the power for himself, like, no one else. And, it was kind of sad. When Styles' dad say his goodbyes to a not real Styles' mom, because she already passed away because she was diagnosed with like a lot of like serious illness. And of course, before Styles was erased, it was only his dad and Styles. That's it, only the 2 of them. And it was kind of sad, like, he said, oh, we never went to the vacation, we never do anything together, you got sick, I took this picture on your last day of being alive in the hospital with Styles, because Styles would never, like, want to leave his mom's side. It was kind of like he kept talking and talking and talking, and you see a class, I get better, the medication helped, I'm alive, I'm healthy again. And then Styles' dad keep talking that you're getting sick, you can never get better, and you're not real. it's only Styles and all this stuff. Like Styles, like very stubborn little guy. He's on the lacrosse team. Even he suck at it, he's on the team. And his crime board, his bed, his unfolded clothes on the bed. And yeah, and as you keep watching that scene, you see Styles' dad looked up again, and then Claudia was gone. Which means that she was never alive. Like, she passed away after emotional sickness. Like cancer, probably. And, so later in the middle of the scene, you see that Argent and Scott's mom made a deal to help Mr. Douglas, like what he wants. He wants the reef, he wants Parrish to open the reef because he wants his own supernatural army. And then you see that Argent, Argent, he was trying to fight off Mr. Douglas, but you know that Mr. Douglas is like a 70-year-old powerful alpha / ghost rider / everything that the drug doctors put him in after he got whipped in the back from the ghost hunters, like back in the 1940s. And that's how he became so powerful. Like, even powerful than, like, everyone. Scott, Malia, Hayden, Liam, like, everyone, like, more powerful than ever. And probably the oldest werewolf of the Beacon Hills. And now we know that even, like, back on this show, like, when the first episode, or the second episode, I think, when you first see Mr. Douglas, you think that he's, like, cute, smart science teacher, like chemistry teacher. But Teen Wolf, every character is fishy. Like, every character has a secret, like a past, and now we know Mr. Douglas' real identity. He's a werewolf, a Luganov. I think that's how you pronounce it. Half werewolf, half lion from the Nazis 70 years ago, who know ghost hunters all along because he'd been like try to research all these 70 years. And that's how from the last episode you see Mr. Douglas was face to face with the ghost hunters as long time no see, and Mr. Douglas ate the ghost hunter's placenta, and that's how his eyes became icy blue, and raised Corey, and then raised Argent, and even Scott's mom. Oh my gosh. Scott's gonna be so devastated and then very depressed and really want Styles and everyone from Beacon Hills back. Like everyone, even the strange town Kenyon. Even that was like 1980, like 30 years ago. And now we know that the ghost hunter is afraid of banshees. Because from like 2 episodes ago, when you see Lydia, Malia, and Scott went back to the place that Styles told him to go to, and you see the same lady, she was still alive because the ghost hunters wouldn't take her because she's a banshee, and some reason that ghost hunters are afraid of them, like afraid of banshees. And yeah. And what else to say? And so later at the end, you see that they try to figure out how to get Styles back. And of course, Mr. Douglas and Parrish opened the rift, and they were gone because all they care about is creating their own supernatural army. That's all Mr. Douglas care about. Or is that his real name? I don't know. And it was kind of sad when Mason and actually Hayden got taken too from the ghost hunters. And kind of like, did you guys notice like after Hayden disappeared, Liam stopped mentioning her name? Did he forget about her? Or did he remember her? So, yeah. So overall, at the ending scene, you see that Styles is really pissed and really worried and want everyone back. And back in that scene, after when Styles' mom disappeared because she was never alive, but she passed away, you see it go glowing blue glow, and it was another rift. So at the end of the scene, the gang with the rest of the gang that's still here, they find out that all they need to do to bring Styles and everyone back, even Peter, oh my gosh, because I could see it in the beginning episode, he refused to help them, but turns out that Peter got shot by the ghost hunters, and wow, once again, Peter's back to another side. And so all they find out that all they need to do is remember Styles. Remember every single detail, where he was born, school, best friend, Scott, lacrosse team, everything. So hopefully it will work to bring everyone back. At least Styles is back, because if Styles is back with them, he can help. He has the brain to help to get every people of Kenyon, every people of Beacon Hills back and defeat the Ghost Riders once and for all. And if you guys been watching Teen Wolf long as everyone have been, you see that Styles is not really his real name. So later at the end of the scene, you see Styles' dad enter in the room and tell everyone, say, I have a son, and his name is Mischief Zelinsky, and we call him Styles. And oh my gosh, like, Styles, when he was little, he never, like, able to pronounce Mischief, I think, Mischief. So he always pronounced it Mischief. So now we know Styles' real name. Shocking. And it was really emotional, so at the end, overall, this whole entire episode, Styles needs to come back, and everyone, so all they need to do is remember him, every single detail. Anyway, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll post the episode's link down below. You can watch it free on dailyemotion.com. And I'll see you guys really soon. Bye guys.